Welcome everyone. Today I have a new guide for Path of Exile 2 exchange trading. Now in this video, I want to show you guys how I was able to make passive income while I'm sleeping, while I'm not playing the game. I can still make income just by taking less than 30 seconds to list the items. And what I want to show you guys over here is, notice here I am selling 30 lesser jewels for 10 Exalt. But also what I have been doing is I have been buying those same items for 1 to 6. So let me just show you guys the price difference over here. And you can see the market at the moment, 1 Exalt Orb will give 5.6 of lesser jewels. But how did I manage to sell 1 to 3? So there is a lot of hidden arbitrage within the game that if you know how to list things properly, and I use tons of examples and give you guys a step-by-step guide how you can be making currencies using exchange. Now there are some drawbacks with exchange, the biggest one being the gold fee. This is why I made the previous video to teach you guys how to make gold first, so the drawback is not as big. And after that, if you accidentally put in the wrong order, you will lose items, yes. So I'll double confirm with you guys how to not put the wrong order, which shouldn't be too hard. And after that, rest of that is just input the values and watch the currency flow. It won't be the fastest income, but it works. So I'm basically buying 1 to 6 with Exalted Orb with lesser jewels, and then I'm selling for double the profit. And every day I'm making 10 to 20 Exalt simply by doing this. Now you might be asking me, hey Matt, why are you sharing this if it's such a good method? Well, personally I like to share. I want to discover all the trade secrets, but I also don't want to hold anything back. So the moment I discover something, I test it for the past few days, seems to be working, and I'll explain everything to you guys in this video. Now, for those of you that just want the simple method, make sure you use the timestamps to see the second part, which will teach you guys step by step how to make the profit. You don't have to hear the theories and all those understandings, but the theories will help you to understand, make even more profits with currency, and also save you a lot of currency and give you even more value for your currency. So make sure you still watch the first part. The second part will teach you guys step by step. So starting with the basics of using exchange in the game. If you come over to Hideout, Havara over here is going to be the exchange NPC. You click onto her, at the start it seems a little intimidating. There's a lot of hidden controls, you can even press Alt to see more values, and you might not know where to start. So let's start with the basics. You can decide what you have is what you want to use to buy items with. Most people will use Exalted Orbs. What you want is what you're looking for. Let's say if I'm looking for Chaos Orb, and the game will tell you, here those are pretty much even. It's almost 1 to 1. And the game will show you the list of prices and also the competing traits. So once you know this part, there is a little shortcut. As you drag items you want and items you want to buy, you don't have to do the filters, it will automatically allow you to select. And you can see those items are pretty much 1 to 1.4. And sometimes the game will automatically adjust for you for the items you wanted. Now before you insert anything, you need to understand the ratios. I should find something that is a little easier to understand. Okay, this is a better one. So notice the ratio is 5.67 to 1. This means if I were to go asking for 6 and 1, this will probably succeed, because right now there are people selling for 6 Jeweler's Orb for 1 Exalted Orb. And just to show you guys, I'm going to fill up an order. It cost me 1,200 gold, notice that. And here we're waiting for the order to be filled. This is the category when orders are not filled, and here you can see some of the orders has been filled where the bar will light up. You can only list 10 items at once. And here, remember in the previous video, oh, this just filled. Notice that I bought 6 Jeweler's Orb for 1 Exalt. So I'm going to claim the ones I just bought on the last video. Oh, I claimed the Exalt too. Oh boy, I was going to show you guys that. So that previous Exalt is when I sold 30 Jeweler's Orb for 10 Exalt. So the rate was 3 to 1. So I was literally selling 3 Jeweler's Orb for 1 Exalt. And here I just bought 6 Jeweler's Orb for 1 Exalt. Notice there is a massive price difference. And this is what I want to show you guys on the second part. This is when you can see and also list those items for a certain price, and then list the same items for a different price when you're buying. You can all do this on the exchange. And once you know this, every day I spend less than 30 seconds doing this, and I make about 10 to 20 Exalt just by keep doing this and also understanding the trade exchange. It is very interesting once you understand this. Of course, the drawback is, again, I started to lose gold, because to do this you need more gold. This is why I made the previous gold video if you haven't seen it. And over here you can see this is also a successful sale. I sold 2 Jeweler's Orb for 1 Exalt. And yes guys, it still works. Even if selling 2 for 1, it works. And here you saw I just bought 6 for 1. So simple flips like the jeweler's orb can work very, very easily. And I'll teach you guys step by step on the next part. So coming back to the basics of this, if you move your mouse over here, there's a lot of writing and a lot of things that just kind of overwhelms people again. So first thing is try to hold Alt and click over here. This allows you to swap the items you're buying and also you're selling. I'm holding Alt, I'm pressing the left button. And this means suddenly I can change. I can be like, I want to sell my jeweler's orb. Here I'm going to send a listing and for 4 to 1. So basically I send this listing. Here I just bought 1 for 6. And here I'm selling 4 for 1. So after completing this trade, I will be making a profit of 2 lesser jeweler's orb. Now I'm using small quantities to show you guys. If you guys recall at the start of the video, you can see here is a bigger field. So I got 30 of the lesser jeweler's orb. I bought those for 5 Exile. Now I sold all 30 for 10 Exile. So those are bigger trade once you understand. I'm not trying to get you guys to do a massive trade at the start. I'm trying to teach you guys the basics. So you start with 1 Exile, then you start to flip a little bit. Once you get used to it, you can do like me. And this is the previous recording because I clicked it. Once you click it, it will be claimed and you can't see your trade history, which is a little unfortunate. So now that you know the basics, there's even more things you can go deeper with. So let's have a look at this. Notice here I have been buying Arcanist Itcher over here. 1 Exalt bought me 5 and 1 Exalt bought me 5. Let's have a look at this as example. So I am going to go Arcanist Itcher. So it is over here. So here it is showing me that the current rate is 1 to 5. But if I want to get cheaper items and I'm not in a rush, what I should do is I should look at the market rate. People are selling for 1 to 1.3. But instead of buying for 1 to 5, I can list 1 to 6. So this way, even if you don't plan to flip items, knowing the price and so setting this correctly will give you much cheaper items than just buying right off the market. Because if you press Alt, you can see the competing prices. Those prices means this is how much people are wanting to buy. So people want to use 1 Exile orb to buy 6 to 7 of the Arcanist Itchers. If you just look at the top ones, you're paying way too much. Instead of getting 6 or 7, you're getting 5. So right here, when I list for 6, I can still get it. And let me see. I'll make the order just to show you guys. Notice it is costing me gold. And it sold instantly. Notice, right? So initially the game was recommending me to do 1 to 5. But even if I did 1 to 6, it sold instantly and it gave me the item I wanted. So even if you don't plan to flip, as long as you understand the exchange, you will be getting more currencies than what you paid for. And this is the biggest takeaway. I want to teach you guys how to get more value for your items and together how to earn passive income once you understand the basics. Now at the same time, if you come over to the trader side on the website, you can see right now 1 Exalt orb only gives me 4.5 of the Arcanist Itch. So what I can do is I can use the 6 I bought and then try to list those on the website. And this is another way to do and also get items. But this will take a little time to filter things out. So what you want to do is you can then list 9 to 2. So notice here I can buy 12 of those for 2 Exalt and then I can sell 9 of those for 2 Exalt. So this is a way of getting more profit. And it's 1 to 4. People are selling for about 1 to 4 and 1 to 4.5. And this way you can take advantage of the price difference between the exchange and also the website. So let me try the example over here. So I'm going to do 1 to 5 and I'm trying to sell it. So let's put it over here and let's put it over here. And this way I can also put this as Exalt. Hopefully this works. And sometimes it is funny, it's like 1 to 1. So I'm selling 5 for 1 Exalt. And this should get me a ping quite quickly because I should be the cheapest on the market. Even that way, I'm still making 1 profit. Now, again, I'm showing you guys in small quantities, so it's easy to understand. I don't want to do a huge quantity and overwhelm you guys. And you can see all the successful trades over here, and those are some of the testings I have done. Okay, so now that we understand the whole concept, there's a lot of currencies you can go through. And why did I recommend and pick this currency for you guys? It's the jeweler's orb. People are selling on the website for ridiculous amount of price. They're selling for 1 to 1. And some people are still buying this. So why are they doing this and how is this happening? It's because the mass exchange does not have the jeweler's orb, I believe. And people who search this directly are getting fees. And this first person I sent, he will tell me he's selling 2 to 1, which is a really, really expensive price. So If you want to sell those on the trading side, you can make a big profit compared to just listing on the exchange. And this is the reason I have picked this as a good example for you guys to start understanding the exchange. So here, let's come over to the second part, which I teach you guys step by step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the two trades I'll list, and this is how I try to make my profit. So I have 24, which is good. So now I'm going to put this over there. Actually, I'm going to put this over there, and I'm going to use Alt. I'm going to hold Alt and click this, and this means I'm selling Julius Orb. And here I am going to sell 24 for 6. So what I'm doing is this is a 1-to-4 exchange rate. So this rate, notice here we have the competing orders. People are not selling for this expensive, but I believe by tomorrow I can still make the profit back. So I'm going to list this one. So now I have this listed. So basically I have sent 24 lesser Julius Orb for 6 Exalt. And at the same time, I'm going to cancel some because some of those were older examples. Notice that those were not selling because it's 1 to 3. So I'm going to get some back. I'm going to take those out of it. So it's actually not taking my stacks. Yeah, sometimes it's a little harder because the system's a little slow. So at the same time, I'm going to make a reverse trade. Here, I'm going to try to buy the ones I just sold. So I'm going to go, let's see how many I want. So I'm going to go click, hold on to Alt, click this again. So the current price is about 1 to 6. I can do 1 to 7, I think. So if I do 1 to 7, I can get, let's see, what's 7 times 4? Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. So here I'll make this listing as well. So here I'm asking for 1 to 7, and this again is a little bit higher than all the price over here. It might not work. The downside is this not working is that I'll lose the 5,000 gold. But if I was trying to be not so greedy, I'll just do this. So I'll do 24. So 1 to 6. 1 to 6 will work, and 1 to 6 allows me to counter-react this exchange. I'll do 1 to 6, but it will succeed instantly. So I'll show you guys over here. And then you can see the two difference is 2 Exalt. So basically, when 2 of those trades have succeeded, I would have made 2 Exalt because I spent 4 to buy 24, and this is done. I'm waiting for this to fill. This will take me 1 to 2 days. If you don't want to be so greedy, you can do 24 to 5 and make 1 Exalt. Here I'm quite greedy. I want to make 2 Exalt. Now, you might be saying, hey Matt, you're saying that, but sometimes it doesn't work. Look at those previous examples and what I showed you guys earlier on the video. It has worked in the day before, and the price the day before was even different. So the price the day before, I thought 30 for 10 Exalt. So what that means is, it's actually even better price, 30 of those for 10 Exalt. Here I'm selling 4 to 1, this is 3 to 1. And here I'll just show you guys, sometimes selling 2 for 1 still works. This one took me 2 days to sell. The one you just saw on the video took me 1 day to sell. And what I think about this is the double flip will take me about 1 or half day to sell. And once this has been sold, I would have made 2 Exalt difference. And once you do this in a larger quantity and also sums, the profit will come in. But remember, if you do this and then it will cost you gold, unless you have enough gold and you're not short on gold, if you make a mistake, the only thing you lose is gold. And at the same time, make sure you double check the values before you click. You need to take it slow, do it with single quantities at the start. Once it's profitable, then you can do larger quantities. And again, I recommend starting with a lesser Julius Orb because at the moment on the trade side, it's not available. This means there's more profit and also more ways to make Exalt. I tested this for the past 3 or 4 days, and you can see all the results were successful. I was always able to sell it for much more expensive and also buy them for much cheaper, as you can see in this example. Now, hopefully this makes sense for you guys, and hopefully this can help you to make some profits in exchange. And once you understand this, every day you come over here, you check the current price, you check over here, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do 1 to 7. And you just scale this up to like 100 to 700. Once you scale this up, and you notice the gold scales up as well. So maybe you do this. Say the gold is about this much. Once you scale this up, you do the double flip, but be careful. This one I showed you guys to 1 to 6. What I wanted to buy is 1 to 7. This will take a little time. I want both of those to sync together so that this is selling for 4 to 1. This is buying 1 to 7. And this will make a really nice profit with larger quantities. Now again guys, I know this can get a little complicated. I do recommend testing this a little bit because we have parts which teaches you, even if you're not flipping, you understand the hotkeys, you're pressing the right buttons, you will be getting a lot of discounts when you're trading. You're not flipping, you're trading, you still get much more value. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I've been planning to make this one for a long time, and it took me a lot of testing to make sure we're not losing currencies. And you can see over here, I have made a lot of currencies just by testing. The downside is I have used a lot of gold while I'm testing. And just before I finish the video, I'll show you guys, I have claimed all the sold ones, and here I have listed a few. I'm testing 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, even 1 to 4.5. Because if you check over here, currently the competing ones are about 1 to 5, 1 to 6. And next time when we get a chance to make the video, I'll update you guys on those markets and how you can be making more profits with the exchange. Now before I finish the video, I do want to give you guys a disclaimer guys. Do not follow me blindly because the price will always change. So this means you have to understand the first part in a day or two time so you can be listing correctly. Otherwise you will be losing gold, not fulfilling trade, or you'll be buying one side too much, not being able to sell the other side. So please do be careful and understand the first part to see how the logic works, how you can dynamically adjust the price as things changes. So this is the warning guys, make sure you understand things and make sure you test a little out. If it's working for you, that's good, then you can do more quantities. Now similarly guys, if you guys remember me from Lost Ark videos, I have made over 3,000, 5,000 real dollars in the game for free to play. But eventually as you follow my guide, you might lose some currency or gold in the past videos because a lot of people start to follow it. The same concept, same currency might not succeed in a week time when you watch this video. So this is why you watch the first part to understand how I flip the difference, how I list for the difference, and then you can use other jewels, you can use other orbs, other things that is not popular on the market. So the example I share with you guys might not be working in a few days or maybe a few months time because everyone's doing it. So when everyone's doing it, things might not work out. So again, this is a warning. In a YouTube video, it works now, I tested, but maybe once you all watch it, you all do it, things won't be as easy. So bear in mind, for those of you that is smart enough, think of another jewel, another currency to do it. But if I say it in this video, then someone else will copy it, and then that wouldn't work. So if you think for yourself, I'm sure you guys can find out how it works. And I shared all the basics and also the examples for you guys. Now before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is gonna be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.